Hey guys, it's Nick with Daisy Opals. This video, pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. I'm going to look through all of these opals and decide their fate. Decide whether they're going to be a ring or a pendant, or if they need more work before they can be put into jewelry. When I left off a few months ago, I basically had a ton of stuff ready to go for jewelry making, and I was about to get into it, and I didn't, so you'll see there's just tons of stones. Should be fun to look through them. I also made something out of one of them. You'll see at the end of the video, a nice ring. Yeah, if you want an update with me, I've been really busy getting the business started, ordering tools that I didn't have before to kind of go a little bit harder into it, and reestablishing my social media, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna start by making 3 boxes. This one is gonna be for rings, and then this one is gonna be for pendants or something. There we go. And let's do another one over here for stones that need more work. Stones that are kind of half finished, or maybe I did them at an earlier time when I didn't know how to cut them in a way that's easier for jewelry. Free stone. Like without jewelry, it's not going to be free. You're not going to get it for free. Let's get started. We got a lot of stuff to do. Just to give you an example, couple different cases, couple different boxes. This is Brazilian, if I remember correctly. Very pretty. And because of the weird shape and the chunk taken out of it, I just think it looks so cool this way, and I'm going to put it in freestone. Maybe make some type of wrapped necklace out of this. Let's see what's next up. This is definitely a piece of Kuberpidi. Pretty nice. Oh no, it's got a little bit of a crack or a craze there. That's a shame. Well, let's put that in the finished stones category. More Kuberpidi. This is nice. It's kind of a yellowish back instead of like this one, which is more white. But yeah, Kuberpidi nonetheless. And that looks like it's about done. I'm going to put that in the ring category. I mean, we've got, just so you know, if it's done, it's going to have level edges. It's going to be calibrated. And this one looks good enough. Could use this side maybe a bit more straight, but the silver should take care of that. Yeah. Next up, we have some Lightning Ridge. All right. This is one of the first stones I cut, so I'm going to have to inspect it pretty carefully. Excuse the hair. Let me see what it looks like flat. I feel like this one needs a little work because it's not flat in the back. That goes in the needs to get finished category. See what else we got. More Lightning Ridge. This guy's definitely not finished, but there's something there. You can tell there's some good color there. A lot of webbing kind of blocking it off, but it's not polished at all. And it's got a kind of a dark base. This is a nice one. Finish. Wow, I got a lot of stones I need to finish. I didn't even realize. Boulder opal here. This is a nice piece of boulder opal that I cut, and it's pretty calibrated, and it's nice and flat. That's done, and that's going to be a pendant because it's like, too big for a ring, in my taste anyway. Actually, nah, yeah, pendant. More Lightning Ridge here. That's not nice, that little divot in there, but the high dome is nice. If I cut that out, it would really be a lot smaller, but that's still nice. I'm going to go ahead and say I need to fix that one. This guy, this is a neat one. He's totally crazy, and if I cut this off, it would be quite a bit better. I mean, there's really nothing there, so let's do that. Got to finish that one up. More Kuberpidi here. This one is looking pretty nice. Is that a... thought it was some type of crack or craze. Just paranoid at this point. Nice flat back. I'd say this is done and it's ready for a ring. Okay, another piece of Kuberpidi. Got a lot of Kuber. That's pretty cool. Pinfire. I think that we could do a little better in calibrating this. I think that this side could probably come in more. So we'll put that on the finished stones. Kind of a kind of a hue to it. Let's put that one on the back burner. This is the back burner. Over here, that's the back burner. We just don't think about these stones. And maybe when I know more and I come back later, I'll know what to do with it. Here we got another piece of Lightning Ridge, which looks pretty good. Pretty nice, actually. This looks nice and calibrated. Good job, Nick. Let's go ahead and put that into a pendant. It really could be a ring though too, but it's going to be a big ring. Let's do pendant. This is kind of an odd situation because you see how it's shaped like a ramp? That's not good. But you can see that if I were to cut this side down, I'd be surfacing a lot of sand. You can see it right there underneath, and maybe it's just time to just cut this off and just have this. I'm going to put this one on the back burner. See what happens of it later. This guy, that's a nice ring stone. You know, it's kind of cool. I like the webbing inside there. It's very weird. It looks like an alien's egg. That's a ring. Here we've got Lightning Ridge, another ocean colored one. I like these a lot. This looks, whoops, this looks almost good to go. Let's just see what it looks like when it's flat. I mean, that's good. That's good to go. I remember this one from one of the episodes I did. That's a ring finger. Yeah, sorry to interrupt, guys. That's not a ring finger. I repeat, that was not a ring finger. That was an opal. That was not a calcified piece of human remains. I repeat, not a ring finger. That was an opal. Sorry for the confusion. This guy, the grape. This one is for sale individually on my Etsy, I think. But there's no need for that. That's it's going to make a nice ring. Some Lightning Ridge. Obviously this is a ring and it's very nicely calibrated for my skill level anyway. Very safely fit into a ring. And some nice color on there. Very cool. Very thin bar of color. More Cooper Pedy here. And this is a very thin slice of Cooper Pedy. Kind of calibrated. Calibrated enough. Use some really thin bezel wire to do that one. Nice and flat. And it looks good as a ring. You know, it's a ring. Here's this one. This is a really bright piece of Cooper Pedy. And its shape is not friendly. But it looks like it will do. It looks like the edges are curved over enough that it will stay securely in a bezel. Yeah. This is a ring, and I think it's good to go. Here's this. This is kind of messy, kind of cool. It looks like it might need a little bit of work because this side over here is kind of bulbous. I don't know if that can fit into a ring. Yeah, you know, I noticed that I've never sold a freestone before. Never sold a single freestone. But I've sold every ring that I've ever made. So that's why I'm making plans for all these to go into jewelry. Hopefully most of them. That's a nice green color. This is Lightning Ridge. Beautiful gray body tone and all the weird complex things going on. Some crazing there at the top. That's really cool. That's a ring. That's a ring. This would be some Lightning Ridge, and that's an insanely complex color, and it's kind of really beautiful to look at. The camera's not picking it up quite good, but it's very transparent with really saturated blue flash. And it doesn't quite look like that. It's like more light. Oh God, it's beautiful. It's like magical. That's really nice, and it's nicely cut. The only problem is that divot on the top, but for that high dome, for me, that's worth it. That's fine. Pretty interesting, to tell you the truth. It's not like the fanciest opal on earth because of how much body tone you see versus the color, but the way that the color is sectioned off, almost like a flagstone pattern, that's really neat, and that's totally worth doing into a ring if this is right. This one looks like it's shaped pretty wonky. on the sides. Whoops, sorry. And what do you guys think? I wish I was doing this live. I should have done this live. It sits nice and flat. I'm going to try it out. I think that's finished. Here's the ring that actually I'll just switch the camera. I'll switch the camera. This is the ring I made this week. I don't know if you remember this stone right here. But yeah, I made a nice ring. And there's a lot of ways I could improve, like this little dent right here. But overall, I'm happy with the work. Looks pretty good. And yeah, this baby's for sale. You can almost see the Daisy logo in the bottom. Yeah, should be on sale tonight, Friday, whatever the date is.